The bottled top-load water dispenser is the opposite of a bottled bottom-load dispenser. The water supply bottle is loaded on the top of the unit in an inverted position and feeds the water directly into the reservoirs below. It works using gravity and vacuum pressure. A bottled top-load dispenser has an opening on its top referred to as the baffle or the water barrel seat where you mount the water bottle in an inverted position. You don't have to remove the seal of the bottle when loading it. The baffle contains an inbuilt probe that punctures the seal, hence making a hole that allows the water in the bottle to flow directly into the small reservoirs within the cooler. Inside the unit is a valve that helps prevent the water from flooding the cooler. It only allows a certain amount of water to flow and fill the tanks according to their capacity. The heating and cooling functionalities are the same as found in the bottom-load coolers. When you turn the unit on, the water stored in the tanks is either cooled or heated according to the option you choose. Like bottom-load coolers, the cooling medium used is mostly refrigerant. However, unlike bottom-load coolers, the water is dispensed with the help of gravity for all three functions: cold, hot, and room temperature water. When it comes to operating the unit though, it's similar to bottom-load dispensers. You release a lever or press a button and the water flows out of the designated spigot into your cup. Top-load water coolers are also designed to work with 3 or 5 gallon water bottles just like bottom-load dispensers. The benefits: energy efficient. The major advantage of a top-load water cooler is that it uses gravity to dispense the water. There's no pump required for pumping water into the reservoirs. Gravity does the work for it, and as such, it uses less energy compared to bottom-load dispensers. Easy to know when water bottle is empty. The second benefit that comes with a top-load cooler is that the water bottle is visible, hence you get to easily see how much water is left. They don't need a low water indicator light to alert you when the bottle requires replacement, as is the case with bottom-load dispensers. More affordable top-load water coolers are the most purchased and most popular water dispenser types to date, and this is attributed to the fact that they tend to fall on the affordable side compared to their counterparts. They are the least expensive water cooler dispensers on the market. The only downside is that they require lifting and inverting a 3 or 5 gallon bottle filled with water onto the top of the unit itself. This can be quite inconvenient, particularly for elderly people, because the bottles can be really heavy. The bottle isn't concealed too, which might not be aesthetically pleasing. Loading the bottle on top can also add about 1 or 2 feet to the overall height of the unit, which means it will require sufficient space above the unit for loading and removing the water bottle. Bottled bottom load, freestanding only. It's a bottled water dispensing machine that loads from the bottom. The water supply bottle or jar is mounted at the bottom in a compartment, and the unit uses suction operation to fill the reservoir and to deliver the heated or cooled water when you draw. The bottled bottom-load water dispenser utilizes suction operation instead of gravity. It usually has a probe, a hose, and a pump for pumping the water out and up into both hot and cold water reservoirs. Mounting the water bottle to the unit is quite easy. All you need to do is to open the dispenser's cabinet, remove the cap on the water bottle and put the probe or the water pump nozzle into the bottle until the tube hits the bottom of the bottle, then slide the bottle into the cabinet and close the door. When you turn the dispenser on, the inbuilt water pump will draw the water up through the tube all the way into the cold and hot water tanks inside the unit. When you press either the hot or cold dispense button, it will probe the dispenser to begin heating or cooling the water inside the tank. From there, you can release the tap or press the necessary button and the water will flow out through the tap with the help of gravity. The main benefits: easy to set up and load the water bottle. Bottled bottom load dispensers are easy to set up and provide a convenient way to load the water jar, bottle. The water jar is placed at the bottom part of the unit, not at the top, Thereby you don't need to lift a heavy 3 or 5 gallons water bottle very high and flip it upside down. This design is quite beneficial for those who are unable to lift heavy weights, especially elderly people. Plus it can help prevent back injuries because there's no lifting involved in order to load the water jar, as is the case with bottled top-load water dispensers. Compact design. Since the water jar is mounted at the bottom and inside a cabinet, bottom-load dispensers tend to be shorter and more compact in design than top-loading dispensers, hence they take up much less space. Easy replacement of water bottle. Replacing the water jar on a bottom-loading dispenser is very simple. You just remove the emptied bottle from the cabinet, detach the probe, fit it into the full bottle and slide the bottle into the cabinet, then you are good to go. Moreover, the likelihood of water spillage is eliminated, which often happens with top-load dispensers where you have to invert the bottle to load it onto the unit. An aesthetically pleasing design with the bottle stored right inside a bottom cabinet and concealed behind closed doors, a bottom-load dispenser doesn't lose its aesthetic appeal. There's no clunky and cumbersome plastic bottle hanging out for all to see, which makes these dispensers ideal for offices and other professional environments. They are discreet and can blend in well with furnishing and different home decor. The only major drawback is that the capacity of the water bottle is limited by the compartment size of the unit. Unlike top-loading models in which you can mount different sized bottles. Nonetheless, most units can accommodate 3 to 5 gallon water jars, thereby you will still have plenty of water available.